42 for 2 after 6 overs of Pearl Gladiators. 2 sixes, 2 fours so far. And we have seen 3 dropped catches. 2 dropped catches in the last over itself. 1 dropped by the bowler, Harmandeep himself. Cannot blame anybody else. But this is quite an exciting start to the tournament, Ravi, isn't it?
Well, certainly it is not the best of starts for the fielders' point of view. Total of 5 catches dropped so far. 1 by the captain, hit him on the wrist. Another one dropped at point. So if my count is right, Sunil, you're a medical man, not a mathematician. I know that.
Your count is always right. You count your dollars really well.
Well, I hope I get a few.
4 overs remaining. Server in his last over. Slow delivery and mid-wicket fielder is in action finally.
Well, surprisingly, the mid-wicket fielder hasn't been called into action too much. And his overarm return invited the bowler to, the batsman to pick up another single. 44 for 2. There you see, 11 and over will take them to 86. So to get past 100, they need to score at 15 and over. Doesn't look like happening at the moment.
And bowling like that will help. Right in the block hole from Server. He went for 10 runs in his first 6 balls and 3 on his next 2.
And there you see the ball being cleaned because it's picked up a fair amount of moisture. The grass has already got a fair amount of dew on it. Oh, cut him in half. Right through him.
Great bowling. This is what T10 is all about. When you hear about T20 or T10, you only think about big boundaries, 4s and 6s. But bowlers have made their impact.
Well, certainly bowlers looking to make their impact. And Noman Sarwar's making a good comeback after that slightly expensive first over. Again, a slower delivery attempted. Just outside the off stump. That's 2 dot balls in a row. And Arshad would be scratching his head, as is the dugout. What do they got to do to get those ball out of the ground?
And he's the same man who hit a boundary. In fact, a 6 and a boundary of his first 2 balls he faced. Now he's struggling to time the ball, to in fact play the ball.
Well, finally gets one. Again, not off the middle of the bat. Pick up 2. Bit of a shoddy return there. Allowed the batsman to complete the second run without any problems. Still not 50 up for the batting side, Pearl Gladiators. And we are just 1 short of finishing our 7th over. Remember, this is T10. Expecting much more fireworks here. But unfortunately, they've been a little slow in coming. And the batsman certainly can't be blaming the dew. Anybody who can blame the dew is the bowlers.
And they have done a great job, especially Bilawal Iqbal, 2 overs, 1 made in 4 runs. Hussain Talat, 1 over, 4 runs. Harmandeep, 1 over, 5 runs and 2 catches dropped in that single over.
1 by himself. There you see the bowling card. Server about to bowl out. Bilawal is bowled out. Remember, it's just a maximum of 2 overs per bowler.
Very intelligently bowled. This is great over from Server. Just went for 6 runs in his final over. It's 48 for 2 after 7. not very tall buildings we have seen in this inning so far. Just one over, which got 10 plus runs for the Pearl Gladiators. Mind you, it's a T10 event. Only 10 overs per team, per innings. And we have seen just 2 fours and 2 sixes, Ravi, so far. So all credit to the bowlers.
Well, we're expecting lot more skyscrapers in that one, but unfortunately, being the inaugural game, probably the players still getting a feel of things.
So are the commentators.
So are the spectators.
Because T10 is the latest edition in cricket, and this is Harmandeep Singh going for his final over. Went for 5 runs and 2 drop catches, mind you, in his first.
Well, the analysis could have read 2 for 3 instead of none for 5, but then that's what cricket is all about.
It's a cruel game. It's a wonderfully cruel game.
Arshad, Saqlain Arshad on strike, started with a 6 and a 4, but then slowed down a bit. 15 of 9. Still going a shade better than Faisal Khan, who's got 18 of 23. Strike rate of less than 100 is going to hurt any team. Harmandeep.
Using his feet and clean bowled. Finally, Harmandeep Singh gets some reward. Arshad, the danger man, is out for 15. 48 for 2. Now Pearl Gladiators.
Catch is not being held. So Harmandeep said, I've got to disturb the furniture. And that's exactly what he did. Picked up the 3rd wicket for flying Oryx. 48 for 3. Saqlain Arshad gone for 15. Harmandeep picks up his first wicket. Seven overs gone, 48 for 3. So now Pearl Gladiators have got to start throwing everything up in the air. Man getting under it, but lost it completely. Luckily didn't get hurt. Lost it in the night sky probably. So that is a 3rd drop catch of the bowling of Harmandeep. Jasim Khan it was. 50 up for the Gladiators. 3 down.
Finally, congratulations, Gladiators. Adnan Ilyas is the new batsman in. Joining the most experienced campaigner of his team, Faisal Khan, who came as an opener, playing on 18 of 23. Ilyas on strike. Good ball, right in the block hole, Ravi.
Well, you got to have a look at that stance. The feet were already back and across before Harmandeep even reached the popping crease. So he was going to hit it towards mid-wicket, wherever the ball came. But Harmandeep was very, very good, bowling it straight onto his back leg. Dot ball. This time again a slow one. We'll have to wait and see whether he got a glove onto it or went straight into his body. Oh, another overthrow. Flying Oryx being pretty generous with their extras.
They're not happy batsmen mistiming the deliveries, so let's give them some charity runs. Of course, the bowler is not happy. Harmandeep, who is bowling really well in his last over. Gave only 2 runs in the 5 deliveries and picked up a wicket also.
Just one more delivery to go in this over. Picked up a wicket of his first delivery, Harmandeep, in this over. This is his second. Hit straight. Man under it. And falls between 2 and rolls over the rope for 4. So ends the over with a boundary. 8 overs gone. Gladiators 56 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Not some great numbers for the batting team. Faisal came opener, is 18 of 23 not out, and Ilyas, who have just come in, hit a boundary of the last ball. Playing on 6. Arshad, in fact, showed some firecrackers, starting his innings with a 6, followed by a 4. But some great bowling from flying Oryx. If Ravi allows me sub Hindi, score hai ab tak 56 after the loss of 3 wickets.
Well, definitely the lead actor of that movie would be very happy to hear that.
My all-time favorite.
I wouldn't name him.
मेरे नाना का नाम उनसे काफी मिलता है.
High in the air and taken. Asif, it is Asif Abul Rashid, another local lad. Looked like he was, he's saying he lost it for a while in the night sky, but finally managed to hold on to it. Oh, no, he has accepted that he didn't hold on to it. So that's a reprieve. Cats dropped catch number 7, Sunil.
Or in fact 8, Ravi. But full marks to Asif for his honesty. Umpires didn't have to go upstairs to the TV umpire for that. Great shot! This is 3rd, 6th of the innings. This is what the crowd is expecting more to see.
3rd, 6th of the innings, and Faisal Khan finally coming to the party. 26 of 25. So certainly getting his strike rate above 100. Couple of more lusty blows, and certainly Pearl Gladiators will be back in business.
And the Honorable President of Qatar Cricket Association, Mr. Yusuf Jiham Al Kuwari, cannot be more pleased seeing his national batsman scoring that big one. 10 balls remaining in this innings.
Hussain Talat, the captain. This is picked up just inside the rope. And the appeal, yes! Second run out of the innings, and it is Faisal Khan who'll have to go back.
And the leg umpire didn't have to go upstairs. This was a straight finger up from the leg umpire. So second direct hit. The first one to go was the opener, Sheikh Mohammad Raheel, who was the companion of Faisal Khan. Both the openers getting out in the same fashion. Faisal Khan out at 27. It's 65 for 4.
Back in action. Over number 9, the penultimate over being bowled by the captain. Lucky to pick up a wicket. A run out. Going for the second run. New batsman is Khurram Shahzad. 31 years old. Local boy Khurram Shahzad. So plenty of local talent on display here. Not surprising because it's the Qatar T10 league.
We'll see a few famous Pakistani cricketers, a couple of Sri Lankans, a couple of Indian guys also. But the limelight is going to be on the local boys.
That's how it should be, because the aim is to promote cricket in areas where it has not yet taken strong roots. Kids enjoying themselves. Slightly chilly, but not yet enough to get the woolens out. One more delivery to go in over number 9. Hussain Talat. Pulling it out from outside the off stump, will pick up a single. That's 9 overs bowled, 66 for 4 Gladiators. We're not going in vision. We're not going in vision.
66 for 4 after 9 overs, Pearl Gladiators. Remember, Flying Oryx won the toss and decided to field first. And the score tells you that their captain made the right choice. Only 6 balls to go in this innings.
Well, getting the ball into the middle of the bat hasn't been easy either. So the Flying Oryx would have realized that they need to work hard. And here's Naveed Malik. Picked up a wicket early. But it went for 13 in that over. Got Mehran Khan out, but the next 2 deliveries went for 10, 6 and a 4. There you see the 13 runs, just 1 dot in that Shahzad on strike.
And people standing close to the comm box are actually discussing what is the competitive score on the pitch. Will the Gladiators cross 80-run mark, which is supposed to be a good total, but good start by Naveed Malik in the last over of the innings.
The only thing better you can do than a dot ball is pick up a wicket.
And dot ball is not bad either, Ravi, in the last over.
Anywhere in a 10-over game, a dot ball is like really diamonds, not gold dust.
Pearls, at least.
Again, close to the pads. Will allow that leg by. 1 more for the extras. Just 3 4s and 3 6s. Maybe not enough firepower for Pearl Gladiators in this inaugural game of the Qatar T10 League.
And 10 extras, 9 from leg bys, just 1 wide, no ball, Ravi, which is good.
Well, in this level, if you start bowling no balls, I think your captain would be out to slaughter you, because you're not only missing an opportunity, you're providing a free hit. That's a second wide.
I'm sorry for the commentator's curse. That's the second wide of the innings.
Well, part of that credit must go to Ilyas, because he'd walked across the off stump, forcing Naveed Malik to change angle. That's a very interested spectator with his rump facing the pitch.
He's facing the commentary box. He is looking at the more pretty faces than the cricketers, isn't he?
Got it in the middle. It's going the distance. Connects well, does Ilyas. Score reaching 74 now. bringing some smiles into the Pearl Gladiators dugout.
And in the VIP arena as well. So now that mental target of 80 is absolutely achievable. Just one more shot like that will take Gladiators to that 80-run figure.
I think there's a psychological mark that Gladiators would be trying to hit.
Is that it? Yes! Back-to-back sixes from Ilyas. It's 80 for Pearl Gladiators. And some sigh of relief in their camp now.
And still two more deliveries to go. Back-to-back sixes. It's taken them to 80. Still two more deliveries to go. Any bets? We go to 92?
88, Ravi? What do you say?
I would be happy with 80.
Ravi's not being too greedy. He's
Definitely not. Not at this level because the ground is pretty wet. You see the ball getting the treatment.
So all in all, it looks like a very competitive score from the Pearl Gladiators.
Well, didn't look there very comfortable at the end of 5 overs when they were just 37. But they've pulled things back. Penultimate delivery. Onto the stumps and out. Yes, that was going to hit middle stump. So wicket number 2.
Umpire Ahmad Shabab had no doubt in his mind. And there are men down also. Flying Oryx. Stretcher is being called. Some cramps in fact. But what an over. Started with a 0, then 1 leg by, 1 wide, back-to-back sixes and a wicket. Adnan Ilyas goes for 18. It's 80 for 5. We're enjoying. आपकी एनर्जी हम अपने अंदर ले रहे हैं. Nafees Shahzad to face last delivery of the innings. And it is going for at least a couple of runs, or maybe more. The same fielder who was down a couple of minutes back. So it's 2 runs of the last delivery.
There you see the man limping. Still did not allow the ball to go to the boundary. That's commitment for you. 3 leg byes picked up. So the target for Oryx is 84. 2 sixes in the final over took them past the 80, the psychological 80 barrier. But Pearl Gladiators would be a little disappointed. They could have gone better had that first 5 overs been a little more productive. Unfortunately, they could not do as well as they wanted to. And one man responsible for it was Bilawal Iqbal. He bowled a maiden, and that really put things back for Pearl Gladiators. They had to come out and throw everything at in the final 5, and they did well to pick up almost 46 runs in the final 5 overs.
Very interesting this innings. Look at that. Opener Faisal, the top scorer, 27 of 26. His partner went out for duck without facing a ball on the second delivery of the innings. But some fireworks from Arshad and Ilyas helping them go past that 80 run of that psychological score they would have set for themselves.
Best partnership of the innings between Faisal and Arshad for 23. Faisal and Adnan had added 21. Otherwise, nothing 20 plus in the partnership column. And here's the successful bowlers. Naveed Malik picked up 2, Harmandeep 1. About more than half a dozen, 8 catches we counted in all, went down. So Flying Oryx certainly put themselves under a bit of pressure and now have facing a target of 84 runs in their 10 overs. That's 8.4 runs an over. So Flying Oryx will come back and try and get that chase on the Pearl Gladiators.
Wonderful crowd. Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you very much. We hope more and more people come and watch these games from tomorrow. Today is the opening and you are part of this history. You are witnessing a history.
Exactly. We are creating a history here because this is Qatar T10 और आप सब लोग जो यहाँ आए हैं definitely हम आपसे भी उम्मीद रखते हैं आपसे ये expect करते हैं कि ये जो आकर आप अपने friends के साथ share करेंगे अपने colleagues के साथ
कमेंटेटर बीमार हो जाएंगे सर ठंड पड़ रही है सर के ऊपर आप तो एटलीस्ट टहल लेते हो हम तो टहल भी नहीं सकते लेकर आऊंगा सर पे रखने के लिए हम तो टहल सिंह का ढाबा भी नहीं हो सकते
तालियां तालियां huge round of applause for the crowd
ना करो बस बहुत हो गया
नहीं अभी ड्यूरिंग कमेंट
नहीं
खाली बस बस आपकी बात यहाँ है डिलीवर करने के लिए और
थैंक यू सर
ऑडियंस का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू देखें
बाल गीले हो रही है
सफर करके भी आए बेहतर है
चंदर
हेल्थ बिगड़ने का जरूरी है दो ही कमेंटेटर को स्टैंड बाय भी नहीं है
Okay, I think second innings is going to start, so we'll have to keep you excited, keep you waiting, and let's see who wins the match. Thank you very much.
24 is the target for Flying Oryx. Welcome to the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in Doha. This is the inaugural match of the Qatar T10 League 2019 Pearl Gladiators. They lost the toss, put into bat from Pearl Onyx, and this is how they batted. Faisal, their opener, top scored with 27. Some late fireworks from Arshad and Ilyas helped them pass that 80-run mark with the help of 14 extras. So 84 is the target set by them, Pearl Gladiators.
And remember, of those 14 extras, 12 were leg byes. Just 2 wides bowled by Oryx. The partnerships, Faisal involved in 4 out of 6 of them. The opener, 44-year-old Faisal Khan, top scoring and helping finally get a respectable, I would say, and a challenging total for Pearl Gladiators. That's how the bowlers fared. Bilawal was the pick of the lot. Bowled a maiden as well. That was over number 3 of the innings. So Pearl Gladiators now will come out in the field and try and defend that total of 83 Flying Oryx have bowled their 10, given away 83, face a target of 84. Can they do it? This is the inaugural game, and this is how the teams lined up. Harmandeep Singh, well, little unlucky, I would say. 2 catches dropped, 1 dropped by himself, so that's 3 in all. Still managed to pick up 1 wicket. Hussain Talat, the captain, bowled with a lot of discipline. Bilawal went wicketless, but certainly was the pick of the lot, giving away just 4 runs in his 2 overs. Remember, there's the Pearl Gladiators who will be coming out onto the field, but the big challenge for them will not only be the Flying Oryx batsmen, but also the wet outfield. These are the teams taking part. It's the Swift Gallopers, Heat Stormers, Pearl Gladiators, Desert Riders, Flying Oryx and Falcon Hunters playing a round-robin league, 15 league matches and 4 knockout games, total of 19. So it's all action out here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in Qatar in the inaugural season of the Qatar T10 League 2019. Flying Oryx will have their target of 84. Pearl Gladiators will certainly be putting their best foot forward to try and defend that. The pitch has got a fresh coat of paint. Umpires back on the field, and the huddle for the Pearl Gladiators now. Their captain, Sohaib Maqsood, would be giving instructions. Sohaib Maqsood, the experienced Pakistan player. Let's see if he can get the best out of his bowlers.
So tomorrow we'll have 2 matches. The first one, 6:30 p.m. local time. Desert Riders will face Swift Gallopers. Live from the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. It's a beautiful stadium. And the second game after the first one, Falcon Hunters will face Heat Stormers, 9 p.m. local time.
Well, just to bring you up to speed, the difference from GMT is 3 hours and Indian Standard Time 2.5. So you can do your own calculations as the VVIP gallery looks on expectantly. The batsmen are out back in the middle, so are the fielders, and we are all ready for the chase.
So can Flying Oryx go for a flying start? They're facing a target of, in fact, they're chasing the target of 84. Remember, there are 6 teams, as Ravi very rightly mentioned. 84 required in 10 overs. So each team plays all other 5 teams once in the round-robin format. That's 15 games. And then, of course, 2 semi-finals and 2 playoff games. The third place game and the final 10 days later.
The third place playoff and the final are scheduled for the 16th of December. So we've got 10 days of hectic action here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, as we've got Nadeem. It is Mohammad Nadeem, the left arm. We haven't seen a left arm bowler so far in action. So that's the first left armer in action, as the umpire, Ahmed Shahab, signals to the scorers to get the action underway. Assad Borham is the opener for Flying Oryx. Remember, the target 84 for Flying Oryx. But the challenge for them will be a wet ball as well. Valeed Veetil looks like reads like a very familiar name from the southern part of India. Mohammad Nadeem, left arm spin. First time he's seeing spin here.
And runs of the first ball. It's a single. Remember, the power play is of 3 overs. It looks like a very studious guy.
Almost looks like a professor to me.
Well said, Professor of Commentary, Professor Ravikant Singh, as I very dearly call him.
Thank you, Doctor.
Oh, we have a mutual admiration society here in Doha.
Veetil on strike. Left arm orthodox from Nadeem. It's time square and one bounce into the fence. So that's 4 runs. Picked up very well by Veetil and punished. The chase is on, Sunil.
That's what they need, Ravi, especially in the first 3 overs when the power play is on. Make use of those fielding restrictions, and this was great shot. The ball came very close to the comb box, and we had a very close look at the ball, and Professor very rightly being given instructions from his captain.
Well, certainly his captain, Sohaib Maqsood, would have told him, don't bowl anywhere wide of the stumps. You got to keep it close, bowl wicket to wicket. Force them to hit straight if they want to hit you. 2 deliveries gone, 5 for no loss. I got some more field changes being made by Sohaib Maqsood. So the umpire, the batsman quite rightly backed away. Batsman Veetil picked up a 4 of the only delivery he's faced so far. Left arm round the wicket. Straight to the fielder. That's success. Mohammad Nadeem picks up a wicket for Pearl Gladiators in the first over itself. That was a challenge and accepted by Veetil, but certainly not able to pierce the field. First wicket gone for flying Oryx.
Veetil goes for 4. It's 5 for 1.
पहले ही समझ में आ गया था EVS डेड है बैट्समैन कप्तान लेफ्ट हैंडर ठीक है लेकिन विटल कहाँ पे है विटल इसमें दिखाई नहीं देता वो पुष्प को मारा था ना विटल की जगह अभी भी नहीं आ रहा विटल
So Oryx still needs 79 runs of 57 balls. They have lost a wicket of Veetil, who hit a boundary of his first ball and then went out. Gave a straight catch to the cover fielder. We have a deja vu moment.
Well, Gladiators have lost a wicket of the second delivery of the innings. Flying Oryx have lost one of the third. Left armour successful, and the new batsman is Hussain Talat, the Flying Oryx captain. So he's got to now try and lead his team right there from the middle. This is a much better line from Mohammad Nadeem, bowling it close to the off stump and keeping things quiet. Back-to-back dot balls faced by Talat. That will increase the pressure on Oryx. Last delivery of the first over. Off the outside edge, no chance of a run. 5 for 1 at the end of first over.
Very good start by Pearl Gladiators in their bowling. Got a wicket in the first over. Veetil out for 4. Hit a boundary and then gave a straight catch to Joseph Phillip. And as a surprise package, Nadeem, the left arm spinner, opened the attack for Pearl Gladiators. And you expected that because the score set by their batsman was not too high. And that experiment, Ravi, paid off. 5 runs and a wicket in the first over.
Well, the Dholias have been pretty busy.
So are we, dancing on their tunes, doing Bhangra in Doha.
Short delivery, that was asking for punishment, but lucky to get away with it is Raheel. Just a single for Borham, moves on to 2 of 2. Sheikh Raheel bowling right arm orthodox for Pearl Gladiators. So Pearl Gladiators have opted to go for spin with the new ball. Try and get the spinners out of the way while the ball is still hard and dry. Remember, there's plenty of dew on the ground. So by the 4th or the 5th over, spinners will find it difficult to grip. This time in the air, but over the fielder, and that'll be 4. Power play allows you to get away with those kind of shots. And Hussain Talat was very quick to seize on the opportunity.
Keep an eye on the left of the bottom of your screen. 74 more required of 52 balls. But Hussain opening his account with that mighty 4, which was not far away from the cover fielder, Ravi. But he'll be happy. The end result was in his favor. A little short. Could not capitalize much on that loose delivery.
I think, frankly, Raheel has been pretty lucky, Sheikh Mohammad Raheel, that has been getting away with those short deliveries. Spectators glued to the action. Saw plenty of fireworks in the final 5 overs. Carried that score to 83, did Pearl Gladiators, and now Flying Oryx trying to chase that down to get the first victory of the tournament. Outside the leg stump. Almost a paddle sweep there, one-handed. Gets a boundary for Borham. Score moves on to 15.
Both the batsmen freeing their arms in this over. First, an uppish cover drive from Talat, and now this sweep over the infield. Second 4 in this over.
That's a much better line.
Nine runs already in this over. .68 still required of 49. The shortest format actually gives you a better idea of the situation. How many balls remaining, how many runs down the track this time, and 1 bounce, 2 bounces to the fielder.
Playing it safe was the fielder. I wasn't sure whether he could get to the ball or not. 2 overs gone, 17 for 1.
$17 for 1 after 2 overs. Flying Oryx, 8.4 was the asking run rate, and 8.5 is their current run rate. 17 for 1. Very balanced start for both the teams. That's the dugout of Pearl Oryx. After 2 overs, their opponents were 14 for 1. So it's a better start for Flying Oryx, and this is going to be the last over of the power play. And we have a bowling change, Ravi.
Well, they've given a break to the left arm spinner. That was, now it's Mehran Khan wearing shirt number 2 for Pearl Gladiators. Had scored 8 while batting, Mehran Khan. So let's see if he can deliver with the ball. Last over of the power play. Remember, 10-over contest. So the first 3 overs. It's time, almost a full toss there. Hussain Talat turns down a run. Possibly feeling more confident against Mehran Khan. (17 for 1) in the 3rd over.
Some room given, and Hussain finds the gap. The ball finds the boundary ropes. 4th boundary of the innings.
Almost threading the needle there. This is the 2nd time Hussain Talat has done it. Drove it just out of the reach of the point fielder. Made a mighty attempt diving to his left. Ball getting the treatment already. There you see, once again, room outside the off stump. Just wide of the fielder. Made a valiant attempt to stop it. Despite the wet outfield, if you get it past the 30-yard line, invariably gets to the boundary. There you see the Falcon, representing the Falcon Hunters. Outside edge. Hussain Talat riding his luck. 2nd time he's hit the ball very, very close to a fielder. This time the keeper couldn't get anywhere close. That's Raheel, the keeper. Couldn't reach the ball.
That could have been taken, or in fact, that should have been taken. The bowler would be thinking that. Nonetheless, back-to-back boundaries for Hussain, taking his individual score to 14. 3 balls remaining in the power play. No sixes so far, but 5 boundaries in the 15 balls.
Hussain Talat won't mind how they come as long as they keep coming. He's got a slip, but this time the ball has been hoiked. 1 bounce into the 4. Over the ropes there. Well controlled hit there from Hussain Talat. That's the 6th boundary of the innings. 3 back-to-back boundaries in this over.
Hat-trick of boundaries for Hussain Talat, the skipper of Flying Oryx, giving his team literally a flying start. Short ball, and that ball was meant to be punished. And that's the closest any ball has come to the commentary box.
Twelve of 4 deliveries in this over. Already Mehran Khan has got a worried look on his face. Down the leg side. Yes, called a wide. So he's got to re-bowl that one. Plus an extra run.
So quite an expensive over this one. 13 already. 2 balls to go. That would take plenty of pressure off these batsmen who are waiting in the wings, waiting in the dugout. Good ball, but still he cannot prevent a single. So good strategy from Hussain Talat, scoring 3 boundaries and then rotating the strike.
That's what you call a good cricketing brain. He's already got more than a dozen. Doesn't need to take any risks. Has had 2 close calls. So he knows, oh, even a cat has only 9 lives.
As long as those close calls are converting into boundaries, Hussain Talat will not mind, Ravi. 14 runs in this over so far.
Last delivery of the power play. How many can they get? Or will it be a wicket?
Gladiators will not mind that. They desperately need a wicket at this stage of the match. In fact, more than that. Single, no. Still a very successful over for Flying Oryx. 31 for 1 after 3. Oryx still need 53 runs of 42 balls. The target is looking a little easier now. And of course, their fans are doing bhangra, because last over resulted in 3 boundaries. Overall, 14 runs in the last over of power play. Took plenty of pressure off their squad and the fans, Ravi.
Yeah, the current run rate is 10.3. Required has dropped from 8.4 to 7.6 per over. Fans enjoying themselves despite the slight chill in the air.
This is the best way to see off that chill, Ravi. Shake your legs and you'll feel warmer.
Definitely, and they've got a lot more other ways to do it in Punjab.
This is the best way in Punjab, doing bhangra. No matter you are in Punjab or Canada or even the Pakistan region of Punjab or even Doha, bhangra is omnipresent. So is cricket.
Philip Joseph, first delivery, yields a single.
Joseph took the catch of Veetil. Now trying his arm in the bowling. 32 for 1. Things looking a lot easier for Flying Oryx, especially after the third over, where the captain hit back-to-back 3 boundaries. And required run rate, Ravi, now dropping 7.6. When the innings started, the required run rate was 8.4.
High in the air, no man's land, and just picked up inside. 2 runs nonetheless.
That was a mistimed shot, but still resulting in 2 runs for Borham, who's playing on 9 of 6 balls. But Hussain doing most of the damage, hitting 4 boundaries, 3 back-to-back in the previous over. This was the last shot, which was mistimed by Borham. But lucky for him, the ball landed where no fielder was close by. And good fielding in the end.
Well, picked that up just inches inside and managed to maintain his balance as well, because don't forget, there is plenty of dew around.
Trying that Dil scoop. Borham, Tilak Ratne Dilshan would be mighty pleased seeing Borham at least trying for his signature shot.
Well, it became a nil scoop.
Well done, Ravi. Well played. Nonetheless, he won the dils of his fans after trying his shot.
50 more required of 39 deliveries. Hussain Talat at the non-striker's end has done a lot of damage. This time a hard hit, almost a tennis forehand, just a single. So Burhan moves on to 10 of 8, hands the strike back to Hussain Talat. 20 of 12. He's been in the thick of things.
4 boundaries already for him. 1 boundary for Asad Borham. They're dealing in force. Not a single 6 in this innings, but they will not mind. Happy faces there in the dugout. And let's remind you that tomorrow we have 2 games. In fact, from tomorrow onwards, every day has 2 games. The first game between Desert Rider and Swift Gallopers. The second game, Falcon Hunters versus Heat Stormers. This is the first game, 6:30 local time, Qatar time.
Mighty Hoik towards the long off area will pick up another single. Desert Riders versus Swift Gallopers. That will be the first time we'll see them in action. And so will be the action. Falcon Hunters and Heat Stormers. 9 p.m. local time. Remember, 9 p.m. Qatar time, which is 3 hours ahead of GMT.
And 2.5 hours as far as the India time is concerned. So add 2.5 hours to that. So 11:30 p.m. India time will be the second game. This is the first 6 of the innings at the square leg region. Borham taking his team score to 42 for 1 after 4 overs.
$42 for 1. 4 overs gone. Remember, this is a 10-over contest, and there's a 6 again of the last delivery of the. Nearly landed it into the VIP box, just off. Will he lose a run? Missed the VIP box by about a meter. Borham, Assad it is. And now Hussain Talat on strike, and there you have Mohammad Nadeem with his left arm orthodox.
Did really well in the first over, which actually opened the innings. Bowled the first over of the innings. Down the track this time. One bounce over the ropes. So Hussain doing more damage for his opponents. This is 5th 4 for Hussain.
Possibly not the best option utilized by Pearl Gladiators. Bowling left arm orthodox to a marauding Hussain Talat, who's also a left-hander. But the ball coming in, it's always easy to hit with the spin. Ball getting the treatment after every delivery, because there's plenty of dew on the ground. 38 more required. 35 balls to go. So just a shade over run a ball.
Target looking so easier now. Remember, it was 84, the target for Oryx. It looked a little tough after the first over, bowled by Nadeem himself. But in the third and the fourth over, some big hits by Hussain and Borham. It looks, Ravi, that they should chase the target in 8th over, 9th at the max.
Well, I think they want to go home early, so Hussain Talat can try and do it. Left arm over this time, clipping it towards back of the point. Will pick up a single. Hussain Talat moves on to 26 of 16. 47 for 1. Oryx, remember the target for them is 84 to get the first win of this Qatar T10 league. 9 more days of action, and each day is going to be a double header right through into the playoffs till the final.
The final day of the tournament is 16th of December. We will have 2 matches, third place and the grand final. Mistiming this one, the rare mistimed shot from Borham. Scored a wonderful 6 in the last over, the last delivery of the last over.
One of the primary organizers, Sajjad Chaudhary, on your screen. Very happy man to get this inaugural edition of the Qatar T10 League off the ground. Required run rate dropped to 6.8.
Down the track again. Good reflexes from the bowler. And maybe full marks to the organizers. Qatar and this whole region is not very much known for the cricket, but a tournament like this will change the things for sure.
Well, definitely it will change things for sure, and let's not forget that Qatar will also host the 2022 FIFA World Cup. 48 for 1, 49, beg your pardon. 5 overs gone, 49 for 1.
49 for 1. At this stage, Gladiators were 37 for 2. So difference is of 1 wicket and 12 runs favouring Flying Oryx. And 35 to win in 30 balls. Mistiming this one, but still good enough to clear the boundary. Second six of the innings, this time from Hussain.
The sound of the bat wasn't the best. Didn't get it in the middle. But still, that is the quality of the bats they use. Really got it long and high. 55 for 1. 50 brought up in style by Flying Oryx. 6 per over. Run a ball required. A dot ball at long last.
And this partnership is now worth 50 runs, Ravi. Oryx lost their first wicket at 5 in the first over, third ball of the innings. But since then, Borham and Hussain have been cruel, to say the least. 16 is the score for Borham and 33, almost double. Another big one. Has it cleared the boundary? No, just one bounce and over the fence.
Well, definitely Hussain Talat wants to go home early and calling for the helmet. I don't know what his fear is about. Short delivery there. Picked up very easily by Hussain Talat, and he's hitting boundaries and sixes at will. Still calls for the helmet. Just inside. About 6 inches inside.
And 2 runs short. 6 inches. 37 off 21. Talat Hussain going great guns. Required run rate below 6 now. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. How many bounces? Will not matter. Back-to-back boundaries. What a great over this one for Flying Oryx.
6-4-4. That's the yield so far. So that's 14 gone. 2 more deliveries to go. 63 for 1. Flying Oryx certainly representing the national animal of Qatar, the Desert Oryx. Very, very unique with its sharp back-turned horns. And there you see that very daring shot played behind the short fine leg to pick up 4. 14 of the over so far. Outside the off stump. Appeal more in hope rather than conviction. 21 required of 25. That's the equation. Flying Oryx feeling quite comfortable, but the challenge for Hussain Talat is, can he get his half century?
I think he'll get, Ravi, because his team needs 21 runs and he needs only, what, 9 runs for his 50? Minus how many? Nothing. 63 for 1 after 6 overs. Look at the difference. The team in pink is actually the team which is not wearing pink. That's Flying Oryx. They have added 58 runs for the second wicket. And the required run rate is now below 6 runs per over. 4 overs and 21 runs are required. -1. They could have taken 2, Ravi. Some misunderstanding between the batsmen.
Well, possibly they didn't want to stretch too much, and Borham is trying to give Hussain Talat the strike to let him become the first batsman to get a 50 in the Qatar T10 league. Good gesture by Borham.
And mind you, Hussain is his captain, so he better keeps that gesture.
Well, Talat returns the compliment, picking up a single himself. Moves on to 42 of 25. Strike rate of almost 160.
Looks like a very easy target from here on for Flying Oryx. Can we see another twist in the tail? Because cricket is a funny game. We all know that. Good spin. I think this ball spun the most so far in the match.
Borham batting on 17 of 12. Just 19 more required. 7th over in progress. Borham decides to use the long handle. Will pick up 1. Happy with 1. So giving Hussain Talat full opportunity to get to his 50. Hussain Talat not really timing and still batting on 42. He's hit a couple of very hollow sounding shots, but still yielded full results.
Especially that 6 over the long on. I thought that would be a mistimed catch shot down the track this time. This is great shot. We were talking about the mistimed shots, but this is a well-timed shot. 4 short of his 50 now.
Well, not the easiest of shots to hit against the turn. Danced down the track did Hussain Talat and aimed it perfectly. So Khurram has a lot of thinking to do. Khurram Shahzad. There you see that 4 getting right to the pitch of the ball. Didn't want to run after hitting that shot. He was so sure about the boundary. Again, going in the same direction, and this time it's better. Last one was a 4, this time got a 6, and that's also his 50. 52 of 27 deliveries. Strike rate of about 97 overs bowled, 76 for 1.
Just 8 more runs to win for Flying Oryx. All thanks to their captain's knock, who is right now on the non-strikers end. 52 of 27 balls. Well supported by Borham, who hit the first 6 of the innings, batting on 18 of 13.
Certainly a very, very polished display by Hussain Talat, becoming the first batsman to get 50 in this 10-over contest. And now Borham decides to join the party. Yes, saved it. 77. 7 more required. Will this be the last over, Sunil?
Absolutely, Ravi. I have no doubts in my mind. And this was that 6 that brought that historic 50 for Hussain Talat. Historic because this is the first 50 in this tournament. The inaugural edition of this Qatar T10 cricket tournament.
And surprisingly, Sunil, his timing is still not the best. 78 for 1. Just 6 more required. Yani one hit away from victory.
How many balls, Ravi? No doubt about this is the last over of the innings, but how many balls? 2, 3?
I'm banking on 2.
Me too. Will he finish this innings like MSD has done so many times for Team India with a 6? He aims for that, but we'll have to wait because one bounce to the fielder.
Fielder didn't want to risk it. You try and go for a spectacular catch, and if you miss it, end up with a lot of egg on your face. Playing it safe. Hussain Talat bails out. Batting on 53 of 28. Spectators have had their fill. Plenty of boundaries and sixes. Flying Oryx didn't disappoint them at all.
Oryx, that too flying, completely justifying their name. Flying Oryx. Juicy full toss. And this is it. The big one to end the innings for Flying Oryx, and they won the first match of Qatar T10 tournament in style by 9 wickets. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Flying Oryx. Congratulations to Hussain Talat, and he does it in style. Takes the full toss and sends it into the stands. Those are the people you want to entertain. Missed the catch there, but not that it mattered. 85 for 1, chasing 84 for victory. So Flying Oryx have done it, and done it in style with 14 deliveries remaining. Well done, Flying Oryx.
At one point, the target of 84 looked competitive, but the way Asad, Borham and especially Hussain Talat batted, they made it look so easy. This is Pearl Gladiators put into bat by the opponents. Their opener Faisal top scoring with 27 runs. A later fireworks from Arshad and Ilyas took them to a respectable total of 83, and with the help of 14 extras also.
Nadeem for Pearl Gladiators. Picked up the only wicket to fall. Borham 20 not out. Hussain Talat 59 not out of just 29 deliveries. Just 2 extras in that total of 85. Flying Oryx winning with plenty to spare. And there you see the Pearl Gladiators bowling being taken to the cleaners. Uzair Amir bowled the final over, 9 runs from his 4 deliveries. The only successful man was the left-arm orthodox bowler Mohammad Nadeem. So that's how it all ended. The inaugural match of the Qatar T10 League at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Flying Oryx won the toss, put the opponents into bat, and then won the match by 9 wickets.
No doubt.
No doubt about it.
टारगेट इतना छोटा भी नहीं था जितना भाई ने इजी बना दिया। मारा
क्योंकि टाइमिंग सही नहीं हो रही थी उसकी।
मिस टाइम चौके जा रहे हैं उसके। एक तो छक्का चला गया।
उसका बैट चेक कराओ।
हाँ।
प्रोड्यूसर उसका बैट चेक कराओ।
59 not out. 15 हाँ जी।
Nadeem is not. Hussain
विकेट नहीं ले लेकिन 59 not out.
छू के देखो ना, एवरीथिंग ड्यू। वो दिखाया तो था पिच रिपोर्ट में भी, देखो कितना हाथ गीला है।
हाँ जी,
हाँ पिच में थे
but
Very well.
good first day. Not bad.
साफ कर रहे थे ना
हाँ जी,
59 not
59 not out.
मैन ऑफ द मैच हुसैन
Yeah, beyond and made it look easy.
मार मारा, जबकि उसकी शॉट्स ठीक नहीं लग रही थी।
This time किस
उसको बेस्ट टाइम कर रहा था, तो साउंड वाज नॉट राइट,
Yeah.
बट फिर भी पावर बूम बूम। भूख लग रही।
खाना
Superb.
खाना इज रेडी
वेज है वेज
सादा वेज है अब
Thank you. मरहबा.
दो हमारे शाकाहारी हैं,
मैंने वेज का
Non-veg
अमाउंट
सूप?
बढ़ा दिया
नॉनवेज सूंघते भी नहीं।
बहुत सारे हम वहाँ पे इतने भी लोग हैं ना जो नॉनवेज खाते थे लेकिन अभी 6 महीने से छोड़ा हुआ है
क्यों?
बाहर नॉनवेज खा के पक गए होंगे.
लेकिन यहाँ आके वो लोग बोले हम लोग शुरू कर सकते हैं
कर सकते हैं।
ये तो फिर खासम खास वो मुल्क है ना. If you go to South East Asia, वहाँ का नॉनवेज नहीं खा सकते. Standing by always. 2 सेकंड का काउंट दे दो.
कल के लिए लाने साहब को बोल दिया टोपी।
Okay.
बोले फॉर द
Okay.
दो मैच है, वी कांट मूव।
Okay.
6:30 से
Copy that for me.
वी कांट मूव, दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम।
कल तो 2 मैच के बीच
हाँ.
में हो जाएगा ना 2 मैच के बीच में तो शुरू हो जाएगा
That's a match summary of the first match of the Qatar T10 League 2019. Pearl Gladiators made 83 in their 10 overs and Flying Oryx chasing that target of 84 in just 7.4 overs after losing just 1 wicket.
Hussain Talat certainly proving the pick of the players. 59 not out, just 29, and he has certainly showed. That's how they finish it off. Full toss deposited onto the stands for a 6. Look at that look of contempt in his face. He knows he has done it, and he has done it in style. And now we'll go down for the presentation.
So after this action, rather this quick action, it is time for the presentation ceremony. And right now with me is Mr. Kuwari, President QCA, and Mr. Sunil Kumar, Oral Pearl Gladiator. And without any second thought, man of the match is Hussain Talat with 59 not out, and he's also the captain of Flying Oryx. Captain, come over. Where are you? Well, this is one interesting moment. First match, and the way he played, it was like, full of boundaries, 4 sixes. Definitely he played a brilliant innings, and I think what else can we expect? पहला मैच इतने धमाके के साथ शुरू हुआ जहां एक तरफ 84 का स्कोर रखा गया, वहीं बहुत ही easily, very quickly, in fact much before they finished, and the captain played a very vital role. The way he finished the inning, it was definitely commendable, and there he is. Captain, come on everybody, it's time for give him a big round of applause. There he is, Talat Hussain. Congratulations. So